Obligatory podcast intro.
Hi, hello, and welcome. This is Flipping Pages with Matt and Adam. I'm Matt with my co-host Adam, and this show is where we take all 23 letters of the alphabet, we put them in an igloo, we each draw a letter, and then pick a comic that begins with that letter. I don't know his, he does not know mine. Spoilers ahead for these two. I got V.
Yeah, I got H.
You got H.
Yeah, I'm really happy with picking this one. I had never heard of it, and it is from DC, but an imprint of DC called DC Focus. It came out in 2004, the DC imprint Focus, and only stayed for a few years. Mm-hmm. It wasn't popular.
It wasn't too high. It wasn't doing too good.
They didn't make them money. So they had like 5 titles throughout their run, five different titles.
Yeah.
None of them sold well. I had never heard of any of them. So that's how.
Like, were they characters or just stories?
It was like character driven stuff. Some of them was superhero stuff. Some of it wasn't.
Any recognizable people?
That's what I mean. No,
not at all. Okay.
Not that I remember.
So just new.
If you're into DC, you might be like, yeah, of course it's that guy. But like to me, no.
No, just all new people.
Yeah,
okay.
So it's different than regular DC, and in this comic, there are no heroes. It seems to be a universe where there are literally just no superheroes.
No one's dressing up in like stopping bad guys or nothing.
No, just not Batman.
Regular, good old-fashioned criminals.
Yes.
Okay.
Just regular stuff.
And police.
So this is set in 2004. The writer is Steve Gerber. He also is the creator. And then the artist is Brian Hurt. So there's so many 2004 isms in this comic. Oh, my God. So, like, I want to mention it now because I'm ADHD and I'll forget if I wait. But one of the dudes calls the French fries freedom fries. Do you remember that?
Yes, vaguely.
You remember? So, like, some shit happened with France back then. We were mad at them for some bullshit.
We started calling them freedom
fries. Dude. It was when Bush was in office.
Oh, yeah.
And at all the government facilities that had commissaries, they did change it.
Oh, you had to. That's what you ordered on the menu.
Yeah, that was what was on the menu, and all the government.
You said French fries, and there's like a little laser that goes on your head. Freedom fries. Sorry,
fries. Force of habit, guys. I'm sorry.
It's old. I'm trying to get used to it.
So this is like pretty crazy timing, early to be talking about this topic. So this comic starts out with a school shooting.
What's it called?
Oh yeah, my bad. Hard Time.
Hard Time.
Hard Time.
With 2 words. The Mongolian guy, is he in this? The Mongolian?
Yeah.
Charles Bronson?
No. Whenever you made that comment earlier, in my head, I was like, what the hell is he talking about? I got you now.
He's in a movie called Hard Time.
I know. It took me forever. I don't. Okay, so that's what I figured. Eventually, I was like, oh, he was in a movie, but I don't remember him being in a movie called that.
Dude, he did hundreds. But
True.
I think there's one called Hard Time.
You could be right.
I'm going to not look it up later.
Feel free to tell us.
Yeah, message, comment, let us know.
So the 2 guys in the school shooting, they're not shooting anybody. They're actually more of just taking these people hostage.
Okay.
So the main character is Ethan Harrow. He's 15. And then his friend Brandon Snood is 15 or 16 as well. They were both being bullied big time. Really being bullied, like beat up all the time. And like they weren't just like getting made fun of every once in a while. It was like kind of messed up.
Yeah.
So Brandon convinced Ethan to pull a prank, air quotes, and take them all hostage and put blanks in guns and wear masks and make them be afraid and make fun of them and know what it's like to be degraded or whatever. But we're not going to shoot anybody. We don't even have real bullets in the guns.
I don't like where this is going.
Ethan's like, that's a good idea. We'll wear masks.
That's a good idea.
Wear masks. We won't shoot anybody, but it'll be perfect. Did they just
hilarious?
Did they think they weren't going to get in trouble, or were they like, maybe I'll get a year?
They're going to pop their mask off and be like, "Gotcha! There's blanks. Look, pow, 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 pow."
What did they think was
also?
Gonna happen?
You can still kill people with blanks if you're
close
enough.
up. Hell yeah!
I was going to say that, Adam. You stepped on my thing.
So they're in there. They're making fun of everybody. One of them's wearing a Saddam Hussein mask, and the other is wearing a Bush mask. So the characters don't. Yeah, right. The characters in the story don't really talk about political stuff. Whenever they show people that are like talking on the news and stuff, that's where you get a bunch of the political commentary.
That's where they talk politics.
It makes sense.
But news talk politics.
It makes sense. So they're in there. They're holding everybody hostage. They're wearing shirts that say "Jocks Rock in Hell," and I was like, 2004, really?
Yeah, no, there's still that was the end of it.
Right,
that was the end.
Okay, so they're holding their whole school hostage, or everybody in the
my god, I forgot.
In the lunchroom, in the cafeteria, they got everybody held hostage.
Jesus.
One of the jocks, air quotes, is like, we know who it is. You dudes are like 4 feet tall. Like, we know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And they call them their names. They go, we know it's Harrow and Snood. And then they're like, oh, I guess we're caught. And they take their masks off. Mm-hmm. Just like you. I couldn't, when you said that earlier, I couldn't believe it. I was like, yeah, they do that dumb shit. And like, well, I guess it's too late. And then that same jock starts talking mad shit. Everybody is, though, like, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Not everybody. Multiple people are talking shit. And they still think they're real guns or whatever.
Yeah, I was about to ask.
And so Brandon gets mad. He was the one that kind of came up with the idea, and he convinced Ethan. But Ethan did go along with it. Mm. And so Brandon's like, fuck this. And he shoots that guy, and it's a real ass bullet, not a blank. Then he shoots the teacher that was standing next to him and speaking very kindly to them and trying to talk them out of it. And then he starts shooting just random girls and shit. And he's about to shoot... What do they call her? A super Christian chick is how they like describe her. And he's about to shoot her. Her name's Alyssa. Luckily, Ethan like tackles Brandon, knocks him over, and he's like, "What are you doing? You're about to shoot Alyssa." Alyssa literally never did anything to us ever. We weren't supposed to have real bullets. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
dude?
right.
Why are you doing this? This is dumb. We're screwed now. And so he tackles him, and he saves Alyssa's life, and he pushes Ethan off of him, and he walks over to Alyssa again. He's like gonna shoot her now again. And as he's walking over there and he points the gun, aims the gun at her, Ethan's on the ground behind him. His eyes turn red, and then like a invisible fire comes out of his chest, and it rips Brandon's heart out the front of his chest, and it flops it on the ground. So it looks amazing, and all the fire and the mystical stuff that happens, no one can see it.
Okay.
I wanted that because I'm going to describe how it looks and stuff, but just be known, people in the comic aren't seeing anything.
Okay, so they're just watch Brandon's fucking chest open,
explode with no fire
and a heart
just out on the ground. No, it got launched out the front. Yeah, exactly. And Ethan's like behind him with his eyes turning shoots him out, and then I think let me check. I think he passes out.
Probably
no, he doesn't pass
takes
out.
A lot out of you ripping a heart out.
He cradles Brandon as he dies. He's like, "Why'd you do this, bro? Like, it was supposed to be a joke," is what they kept saying. And then we get, for the rest of this comic, basically, the court breakdown, what the news is saying about this, what the families are saying about this, but it's mostly from a news aspect. We see like court proceedings, we see news.
It's really interesting, actually.
It's super good. This comic's amazing. I know I said it was good, but it's not good. It's amazing. Okay. So this whole part is some ways very realistic, but then other parts with like the court stuff, just because Ethan never pulled the trigger, and the cops actually were able to prove that he never pulled the trigger.
Yeah, the fingerprint thing and the dust on his hand.
Exactly.
Right? That crap.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
I know. And
they couldn't even prove that he killed Brandon because it was an invisible force.
Yeah.
But he gets charged with everything.
What?
Everything bad. Like, literally everything you could.
Well, you should. I mean, he did all that.
Yeah,
so he should be charged with that.
But he's get like full on murder.
Murder?
Completely, even though they know he doesn't. So they'll kind of connect those with violent crimes and stuff, but in this, it's just they go a little overboard, because it's a comic. It's not important.
Yeah.
So you see his mom, super sad. She's a widow. He doesn't have a dad, so his mom's like trying to deal with this crap. Of course, he's in jail.
She should be. She's a bad mom.
she raised an idiot.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Bad
at
kid.
the very least.
Should start over.
So he gets convicted, of course, and they sentence him to 50 years.
Oh.
He doesn't get death because he's too young. He's only 15. They can't give him death because he's too young, but they give him 50-year sentence.
That's insane.
And like no time off, like 100% time served, 50 years.
So I'm going to do it again.
He'd be 65 years old if he got out when they said he was going to get out. So as he's getting drug off to jail, his eyes go red again, except
Nice.
it's way more intense. Now there's like crackling, but like I said, nobody else can really see this. And there's very red, and then the whole courtroom starts getting ripped up, kind of like in Ghostbusters 2, whenever the Scary brothers bust into the courtroom and rip up the whole courtroom. They're throwing benches around. They're throwing desks around. It's like a tornado's going through. Okay. And no one can see the red, fiery-looking stuff doing it. People are getting knocked over. The judge falls over and breaks his hip. Crazy shit happens. And Ethan is knocked out. He's completely knocked out. He wakes up in the infirmary at the jail. So after he gets up, he's immediately sent to prison. And on the bus, he meets the other main characters of this story. We have Cole, part of the black gang, and he's really nice and like is kind of a mentor towards Ethan. Okay. Then we have Lewis, who is a baby killer. He did not SA, but he killed a baby, and everybody knows it and stuff. So he's like a skinny, pimply redhead guy. And he just like looks like somebody would like stereotypically look like a baby killer or like something like that.
Yeah, the baby killer look to him.
Yeah, they did it, I guess, on purpose to make it easy to like understand.
I see some folks, and I'm like, that dude, definitely a baby killer.
And then we got a Hispanic guy who's part of the.
There should just be a hole in the ground for baby killers. They just throw them in there. And
yeah, that would be better.
Put a lid over it and just walk away.
The Hispanic guy's part of a gang in there too. So him, Ethan, and the Lewis they're the only ones there for the first time. So they come in, it's the normal intake at a prison where like they're spraying them with hoses, doing the delicing, the bend and cough, all that. The fish walk happens where they get led down the cell block in front of everybody. Oh, fresh meat.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, this and that. And two of them are literal children.
That's my favorite part.
There's like, two of them are literal children.
They're
15.
in prison. Yeah.
Ethan's 15, and Lewis is supposed to be like 16 or like something.
These
17.
monsters go into grown man jail.
Dude, messed up.
Wouldn't they go to juvie until they turned 18 or something, and then...
So they talk about it during the trial, like, this should be moved to a children's court, whatever. Okay. And they're like, no, these are not children's crimes. We're trying them as adult, blah, blah, blah. So that's why it didn't happen. They addressed it. I'll give them credit for that. Yeah. So they do the fish walk, and now Ethan gets to his cell, and he gets lucky. Like, literally, the one guy besides Cole, the nice guy that he met on the bus, besides him, the one other guy on the cell block you want to get cellied up with. His name's Curly. He's 65, 68, something like that. Keeps to himself. He does origami, and he does not part of a gang. He doesn't do shit. You got lucky as fuck. You found you won the winning ticket.
Yeah.
So I guess that they probably put him there on purpose to try to be nice to him. Basically,
is Curly about to get out?
No, he's fucked. Curly's in there forever.
Okay.
So the first time the first time Ethan gets to the commissary, he's there standing in line getting his food. Guy next to him is getting impatient and telling him to hurry up, even though there's a guy next to Ethan. He can't get by. And he's like, hurry up, and he pushes him, and he runs into the guy next to him, who is like the lieutenant of the SS neo-Nazi guys in there. His name's Swift, and he's just a stereotypical giant bald white man with a bunch of SS and Nazi tattoos all over him and stuff. Yeah. And he's like the hard ass of this whole cell block. This is Block B. He gets bumped into him, and now this is where the freedom fries comes up. Ethan's like, sorry, they're freedom fries. He was trying to get away or making a smart ass joke. So Ethan just like talks shit and is a smart ass all the time. Gets him in trouble constantly. In the real world, it would have gotten him in trouble. And now he's in prison.
I was just going to say, you're being a smart ass
dumbass.
In prison.
And he's little 15. He's not like some science freak of a giant man.
He's like, you can't touch me. I'm a minor. Like,
yeah.
This is prison.
Exactly. So now he's got made a enemy immediately. Mm-hmm. So it's like a day or two later, he's walking down the hall and he meets Cindy. Cindy is a gay dude that's been in prison for a while, but he's very young too. He dresses kind of like a girl, just very feminine. Right. And he sees Ethan and he's like, hey, Ethan, sorry about that the other day, but somebody said you're good with computers. You good with computers? Yeah. She was like, can you help me with that? I need help with the computer. And he's like, I don't really want to do that. And he's like, no, come with me. And he leads him into a boiler room where Swift and all his cronies are there. And they all have like pipes and hammers and shit.
Jesus.
This kid's 15. He probably weighs 90 pounds.
Yeah.
They could have easily just backhanded him and got the point across.
Right.
But they all have pipes and
a little overboard, guys.
hammers, dude. It's gnarly.
Ugh.
So he doesn't. I was like, I wonder what he's gonna do. He's so little, like I don't know. So he's like running away from them, kind of just really high stakes game of tag. So he's trying to get away. He gets cornered, and as Swift gets closer, he pushes off the wall and torpedoes Swift in the gut with his head, and it knocks him down. And Swift's a big guy. Knocks him down. He gets on top immediately and starts throwing haymakers on Swift's face.
This isn't Red Eyes Ethan.
Nope,
this
is
regular
standard Ethan. Exactly.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Zero help. And
Where the hell did that come from?
I was like, damn, he gets like, I think it looks like he knees him on the way down and then gets some punches out. And then, of course, they don't do shit to Swift. So he just goes, yeah, and just one hand punches Ethan across the room.
Yeah.
And then they surround him and they start using the pipes on him and shit.
Holy shit.
And it only lasts for like a couple seconds. And then Gantry, which is the janitor.
Oh, okay.
He's a inmate, but he's a janitor.
Custodian?
Yeah, exactly. He
Maintenance
does all
man?
that. Does all of it.
Maintenance
And
man.
he comes in, he sees what's happening, and he runs the Nazis off. He's like, yo, get out of here. God's going to judge you.
He got his mop. Yeah,
Yeah,
get out of here.
He uses his mop all the time.
Nice.
All the time. It's like his staff. He uses it for a lot of stuff. We'll get into it. So
he summons a tornado of dirty mop water. And they're
Yeah.
just like, ugh, gross.
Oh,
He's
no.
like, get out of here. Ah.
So that night, after Henry gets home, or Ethan gets home, his name's Ethan Harrow, so I always say Henry.
Don't do that.
So his name's Ethan.
It's Ethan. Don't
He
change
gets
it up
back
now.
to his cell, and he falls asleep. And now, for the first time, we see a form of the fire. His eyes go red, and then a giant fireman comes out.
Okay.
He's like just roughly the shape of a man. He looks like all one color of red fire, and it walks down the cell block, goes into Swift's cell, picks him up off the bed, and starts slamming him into the bars, slamming him into a ceiling, slamming him into the ground, just throwing him everywhere throughout the cell. Cindy is Swift's cellmate and like boyfriend or whatever. And so Cindy starts freaking out, screaming and crying because she can't see the fireman. She just sees Swift getting thrown around
Yeah.
by invisible monster, basically screaming. The guards get there. They save Swift. They take him to the hospital.
Did they see him going up and down?
No, it was done by the time they got there. And Cindy didn't want to talk, was like catatonic for
Oh,
it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
he wasn't even able to express what he needed to. He couldn't say that it was an invisible monster. Or whatever.
Right, yeah.
So the warden's like, what the hell happened? They're trying to figure out how this man got thrown around a cell and destroyed by himself. But everybody knows it's Ethan. They're like, oh, Ethan paid somebody or whatever. Ethan
okay.
paid the guards off and the guards got him or whatever. So
He's
everybody
giving out a lot of blowies to get this favor done. He's
gonna-
brand new. He has no credit
his
here.
knees are going to be bruised. Ooh.
Sore knees.
So the next
Sore
day,
throat.
So
Sorry.
the next-
I'm done.
the next day he's walking through the yard and everybody's like, I wonder who he paid off. Well, he couldn't have done that, this and that.
Where do they think he got money in jail? It's been like a day or
Yeah,
two.
I have no clue. And so the Nazis kind of come over to him. They're like, hey, we're going to beat you up. Like, what's going on? We know you had something
Hey,
to do with it.
We're going to beat you up.
And then he goes, Ethan gets sent to the psychiatrist, which becomes like one of the other main characters.
Mm-hmm.
And his name's like Dinks or something. It's like a ridiculous name. And he got a runny nose. So like his characteristics are he has a funny name and he's always sniffling and his nose is running.
I don't like him already.
So
Oh.
so he becomes like a part of the thing because he cares. This like the one guy at the jail or the prison that's like trying to actually help. Ethan meets him, gets assigned to a job. He works in the machine shop. He repairs fans. He repairs radios. This and that, and then he does something dumb. The black gang is trying to beat up Lewis, the baby killer, because he killed a little black girl, and I'm sure that's a very reasonable reason to beat somebody up.
Yeah.
So they're going in there to whoop his ass, and stupid ass Ethan tries to stop him, and one of the guys is Cole. And the guy that he knows, so maybe it's the familiarity. He was like, "Oh, that's Cole. He's not going to kill me for trying to stop." I don't know why, but he like jumps on him and gets knocked
baby
out.
Killer, man.
Yeah,
Let them kill him.
I don't understand. There's a lot of weird things with that in this, where like people are like forgiving him. Like it's weird. It's a weird thing.
Then maybe it was like an accident. Maybe the baby died in the care.
He said, "I'm sorry for what I did to you." At one point,
Dude, that could just be guilty conscience. It could have, it could have been an accident.
Yeah.
He didn't strap her in the car seat, right?
Like I said,
they got in a wreck or some shit.
There was no SA, so maybe it was an accident.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Why would they push this forgiveness aspect of the
It's
comic?
weird because, like I said, there is some like religious aspect to this. I'll get to it. So as that happens, Cole elbows him as he should. He's trying to stop him from killing a baby killer. Who cares? They weren't even going to kill him. They were just beating him up. They didn't have knives or nothing. Very fair. He got off lucky.
Yeah.
So but stupid Ethan jumps on Cole's shoulder and Cole knocks him out. Basically, he elbows him and his head hits the wall. And he gets knocked out. And as soon as he's knocked out, his eyes go red. And the whole room like explodes with the invisible red. And Cole and everybody gets knocked out of the bathroom. But nobody can see it, so they don't know what happened. The next night, or that night, one of the guys that was beating up on Lewis gets visited by by Ethan's fire monster.
Yeah.
This guy was just beating up a baby killer, and he gets tortured for the next like months.
Oh wow.
He gets it almost the worst of everybody. So this guy, his name's Deshaun, and he's cellies with Cole. Cole and him are actually close. They knew each other on the outside, and like they're not related, but they're good. They're good friends, and he likes being his cellie. They get along. And every night at like 2 or 3 in the morning, the fire ghost or whatever. Actually, I'll tell you what it is. It's an ancient Sumerian. No. One of the other characters is like a Sumerian god, and she knows what this guy is. So it's also from like Sumerian times or something.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
It's a known thing.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Is
I know.
people that are into like the occult and whatnot. There's a name for this thing. I'm not going to get into it because I don't want to spoil it. Yeah, but there's a name for this thing. And it's known by some people.
Yeah.
It's not a new thing. It's not something that Ethan created. He's like being used by something old.
Oh, so it's not a power. It's not him doing this in anger manifest or none of that nonsense.
No, it lives in his body.
It's just I kill when I want.
Whenever he's asleep or knocked out, it can come out and walk around for a little while. And if you there's a lot of caveats. If it gets too far away, there's a bunch of ways he could like die. Or the fire monster will disappear if he gets too far. But for the next like months, he tortures Deshaun every night. The fire monster goes in there, and it can't be seen, but it can like give you bad feelings, and like you know something's there. You'll feel a presence. So it messes with Deshaun forever, and like everybody wants to kick Deshaun's ass now. Even Cole, especially Cole, because he wakes up at every single night and starts screaming for like 10 minutes. So everybody on the whole cell block hates him. This could get him stabbed up or killed or whatever, you know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, that's pretty rough. And so we see a lot of behind the scenes with Gantry now, who is the janitor / preacher man. He's both. He gets a visit by the deity, and it doesn't mess with him. It actually seems to connect with him.
They play cards.
And, like, reassures him almost. It, like, raises his conviction that he's right. So he feels like he's been proven right, like the God or whatever. He was touched by something, which he was. He actually was touched by something spiritual, just not God. And so now he's extra crazy. He thinks he's here to deliver everybody into God's light. And then the fire monster goes all the way to the infirmary and messes with Swift for a little while.
Again?
Yeah, it doesn't beat him up. It just scares him and lets him know it's there.
Good.
And then it walks over to Lewis for a second and connects with him. He's the baby killer. And it like connects with him, and he's like, oh, I feel I'm being forgiven by Tanisha. That's the little girl's name. I feel you're here, Tanisha, forgiving me. No, you're an angel. You're an angel now. And it doesn't scare him or anything. It makes him feel better, and then it leaves. I'm like,
I think he's going crazy in his own way.
I was like, what? So you find out later that it has its own sentience, but it's also connected with Ethan. So it's kind of like a baby. It doesn't remember stuff from before.
It's vibing off of Ethan?
Yeah. And so, like, since Ethan was trying to protect him, he feels like, so he's attacking these people.
Yeah, he likes the Gantry, likes the...
Yeah.
Lewis? Sorry.
Yeah, Lewis. Yeah, exactly.
That's cool.
So Lewis goes up to Gantry, just wants to save his soul, and he's there to forgive him and all this stuff. So he goes over there, and he goes, do you want to be forgiven? He goes, Tanisha forgave me. The angel forgave me. Yes, I want to be about God now, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, all right, we're going to baptize you. So he dumps his bucket mop water over the top of this kid's head. I'm like, oh, that's messed up, dude. Nice. And then the kid immediately Lewis goes, ow, oh, dude, why are my eyes burning? My eyes hurt. This smells. That's not water. He goes, no, it's solvent. And then he lights his mop on fire and then sticks it to Lewis. And Lewis goes up in flames, 100% covered, top to bottom, with a solvent, meaning it's not super thin. It's like sticky. It'll stay on you. Mm-hmm. He gets lit on fire and then starts running down the hall. Ethan's right there to see the whole thing. And Ethan immediately starts puking. Just immediately starts puking. He runs all the way down the cell block until he runs into a CO at the end and gets put out with a fire extinguisher. He's still alive. He gets taken to the infirmary, and the nurse and the doctor are like gonna try to get a medevac for him. They seem to be actually trying to help, but then the nurse is like, wait, no, he's not gonna live for the next 20 minutes. There's no time for the helicopter to get here. He's gonna die. He literally looks just like a charred up stick, like a charred up mannequin. It's really bad. And then the flame monster goes in, and it sees that he's dying or that he died, and it flips out when he dies, and it ruins the whole room. It like destroys the room he's in. And he just freaks out because Lewis died. And then they don't explain how it got out whenever Ethan was awake or whatever. That was one thing in this whole comic where I was like, that was weird. I don't completely understand that. And now that Ethan is kind of out in the clear because Swift's gone at this moment, all his enemies are kind of not on him right now. He's working in the machine shop. He's helping out Curly by fixing his radio. All this stuff's kind of going good for him. So the main Nazi guy wants to find out how Ethan was able to beat up Swift, or who he paid to beat up Swift. He needs to know. His name's Raider. So he's like, hey, man, you have to tell me what happened. He's like, Ethan's like, I really don't know. I didn't do it, whatever. He goes, that's not good enough. You have to tell me. You have to tell me. He's bugging him about it. You have to tell me. You have to tell me. Then they finally like kidnap him out of the library, and they take him into the back. They put some drugs in his mouth to get him throwed so they can ask him questions. As soon as he gets thrown, the flame guy comes out, and it goes down the hall, and it goes all the way over to Gantry is in his little shrine that he's made. He has a little shrine made in his like workroom or whatever. And the flame thing goes all the way to him, and it's like about to strangle him now, or it's about to kill him because now it knows it killed Lewis or whatever. But it can't grab him, it can't hurt him, it can't throw him around. He starts dissipating. So he runs back, and what had happened was Ethan overdosed, and he's actually dead right now.
Oh,
so
shit.
the flame guy is trying to get back because he doesn't know what's going on. He's going to go away if Ethan dies. So he flies back in. He re-enters Ethan's body, and it brings him out of it, and he lives.
Snaps out of it?
Yeah, he snaps out of it. And so Raider and them had deuced off. They were going to place the blame on Cindy. They were like, you stay here, Cindy. You're going to actually tell him the truth if he dies. You're going to say you gave him drugs. They were bad drugs, and he died from that, and you're going to take all the blame. And then you're like, fuck, that's messed up. So now Gantry and Ethan are like enemies now. They're like really against each other big time. Raider and them come to talk to Ethan after they're almost death of Ethan. And they're like, hey, man, that was pretty cool. You didn't tell on us. We actually respect you. Like, now we believe you about you not knowing what happened to Swift. You have some respect from the Nazis. And they were like,
That's
he was
what
like,
you want.
He goes, well, what, am I getting a Christmas card from the Nazis this year? What the fuck does that mean?
Then just leave me alone. Stop talking to me.
So
Don't
they
even
said,
look at me.
what that means is we're not going to kill you now. They were like, that's what the respect means. He's like, all right, okay, whatever.
My fire demon killed the shit out of all y'all.
So
What'd you say?
So we have Gantry trying to chase down Ethan because he's probably going to... Oh, he is. He's going to do the same thing he did to Lewis. He's going to dump the solvent on him and light him on fire.
Mop attack.
So Ethan runs to his cell. Him and Curly are in the cell. Ethan's goes over to the alarm clock that he fixed for Curly. He starts pulling things out of it. He used it to hide a bunch of stuff. He hid some nails, some wiring, and some batteries and stuff. And he is putting some stuff together. It's weird. You can't tell what he's doing. He's fiddling around, and Curly tries to stop Gantry, and Gantry hits Curly and hits him in the stomach, and Ethan's like, nah, fuck that shit. So Ethan runs over, shoves the mop into Gantry's face because he knows there's solvent on it. So it gets in Gantry's eyes. He's like, my eyes, I can't see. But he still gets a hold of Ethan, and what you see is Ethan's got electrical tape around his finger, his pointer finger and his middle finger, and there's nails sticking out of it to wires, and he uses them to stick to Gantry's face to tase him, basically, except it sets the solvent on his face on fire. And he starts screaming, and he backs up, and he trips over the edge of the railing down the third tier, trips over the edge of the railing and falls and lands directly on his head and neck, and he dies instantly.
His neck he's all right, right?
He's fine.
He's good. You walk it off.
So his head's on fire. It's mushed into a million pieces. and his neck's broke. Yeah. And so the guards run up, and they're like, put your hands up, Ethan, whatever. And they call him Harrow. Put your hands up, Harrow. So he gets in trouble for the contraband, but everybody backs him up on the self-defense, so he doesn't get any further charges on that. He just gets solitary for the contraband.
Yeah, and he actually did that.
Fair enough. He goes, that's fair enough. And then he goes into his confinement, his solitary, and he's sitting there in a box, and he's like, he knows, I kind of skipped over it, but now he kind of realizes what's happening with him. He's semi-aware of the fire monsters whenever it's flying around. He can sense that now. Okay. And he can tell it's away from him. Away from him doing stuff. It doesn't talk to him or anything, but he knows it's a thing. And so now he's sitting in solitary confinement, and he can do it on purpose, being awake now. He rolls his eyes back into his head. They go red, and then he can leave his body in the fire form and go anywhere in a few mile radius. So he's cruising through solitary. Everybody's like, I can't believe he hasn't gone crazy. Usually people go crazy by this point. But he's cruising everywhere and experiencing all this stuff, so it doesn't feel like he's...
How far is he going?
Miles around.
Really?
Not that far.
So he's leaving the prison?
Yeah, in the fire form and just being around, being able to see stuff.
He's just flying and floating?
Yeah, exactly. And he can fly up high too.
Oh, no shit.
So that's the last page of the 6th issue. So now you're seeing, okay, he can control this fire being. We don't know what the fire being is. We don't know that it's a thing that's been around for a long time. We don't know the larger lore. We don't know the larger lore, and that's where I'm going to stop it. There's 12 more issues in this direct series, and then 7 more issues after that were put out by just DC, not DC Focus. I 100% recommend reading
excited?
all
you
of
read
them. I read 12 already. I'm going to read the other 7
nice.
For sure. The faces were good. Very good. The faces were very good.
Very good.
And the art was amazing for 2004. It was good.
That's very good. Very good. I got an Image comic. Surprise. It is called Venture. So I tried to do this the other week with I wanted a superhero story. And I got X, and it was just bloody and gory and hardcore. This was pure superhero.
Okay.
This came out in 2003, and it is part of a larger universe, which I'll get into later. This was written by, what's his name? Jay Ferber. Penciler is Jamal Eigel. Letterer is Ray Dillon. That's what I was looking for.
Okay.
Yeah, 2003 Venture Image Comics. So it kicks off with a guy. He's in a bank. He's yelling at everyone like, keep your fucking faces down. Behind him, as he's looking out the window, musing to himself, just got to calm down, just got to calm down. This giant lug of a man with just like a lion's mane of hair and a Tony Stark goatee. He opens the door and then floats over everybody. So you can't hear his footsteps because he's just like Jesus, just floating towards this guy. He sees him, turns around, starts blasting at him, and just bounces off of him. He grabs the gun and just curls it into a ball.
Nice.
It's just crunched into a little tiny ball, and then he backhands him with it. He looks at the camera, goes into the room, and steals the tape and bounces out. He actually looks out the window, sees a bunch of cops. He goes into where the dude broke in, which is like a hole in the bathroom.
Right.
He dug up, and he just takes in there, flies off, goes into a park, finds his car, and he like puts his glasses on, and he's just like a giant dude with super long hair. It's kind of awkward and weird. I guess in the early 2000s, this dude might have looked cool.
Blended in.
I don't like him. No, it just he looks ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
Just a sign of the times because the hairstyle and everything. It's just silly.
Looks like Lorenzo Lamas.
From Oil. Look at him.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's Lorenzo Lamas. I was right.
That's a Kevin. That's a Hercules
Kevin
Sorbo right
yeah.
there, bro. But like with like a Alan Ritchson's body or Jason Momoa's body.
Yeah.
Just one of these giant jack dudes they have now. They didn't have them back in my day. So we cut to a newspaper. It is a man named Reggie Baxter. He is basically our main character, and he is arguing with a bunch of other people there about this picture he has, whether it's Bigfoot. The boss tells him to get out, take this argument elsewhere, gives him a human interest story. There was a prison bus that tipped over due to a wildfire, and a prisoner escaped. They know that this prisoner's girlfriend is around town, and she's telling Reggie, go do a human interest story on this.
Okay.
Because it's got fire, sex, crime. What does she feel? Is she nervous that he escaped? Is she excited? What's going on? Go figure that out. He kind of bitches about it. She tells him, if you want to do the Bigfoot shit, take it to the National Enquirer. They like that shit. They pay well. So he does that. He takes it to him, and the dude's super psyched. So he's like gonna edit this Bigfoot picture to make it look crazier. We cut to Ralph Dinkley high school, and Big Joe Campbell, our venture guy, he is a teacher, and he is trying to talk to the students about William Wallace, and all they're talking about is Mel Gibson and Braveheart. One of the teachers comes in. Her name is Emma. It's not important, but she's like, hey, listen, you've worked here for 6 years, and no one knows a single thing about you. And he's all flirty, and she's like flirting back, but she's also like, it's kind of weird. What the fuck's up with you? And he just doesn't answer. He just smiles at her. And,
Smooth.
Yeah. He's like, nailed it. Walking away. She's like, her face is skewed. Like, what the fuck was that? He's like, killed it. They won't be asking that again.
She'll never worry about it one more time ever.
Put it out of her mind.
Yeah.
Reggie is talking or headed up to see the girl that is waiting on her prisoner boyfriend, basically. And she is, as he's interviewing her, a van explodes outside, probably the cops. And he's running outside to go check on him, and the girl is like frozen still. This dude kicks in the door, and it's this giant hillbilly with blonde hair, cowboy hat, and cowboy boots. You know this guy, right? So he goes in there and he's saying, I didn't know what to say. I was going to say, honey, I'm home, and da-da-da-da-da. He turns around and sees Reggie Baxter, who is a black man, in his girlfriend's apartment. And he's like, the hell is this? Immediately attacks him. She's like, oh, don't do it, Donnie. Don't do it. He has a fireball that pops up in his hand.
Nice.
And he's like, prison changes a man, you know? And he just starts setting everything on fire.
Oh, damn.
He's yelling at his girl. I found out about you and Mike. You think I wouldn't hear? He starts slapping Reggie and her around. The van is on fire. The firefighters are outside. Cops are showing up. As he is like holding a fireball. Basically, it looks like he's about to kill his girlfriend. She is trying to console him. Hey, we'll go on a vacation. I know you like the water in Australia. And then behind him is Joe Venture. It's his name later.
Okay.
Right now, it's just Joe Campbell. But he's right behind our flame guy. And he casts like a huge fireball, and it's cool. It kind of surprises him. He's like, oh, shit, I didn't know I had that in me. That was a shit ton of fire. Like, hell yeah. And then Joe just punches him straight into the wall, curls him. He's fucking done.
Nice.
And Joe's eyes light up when he's doing his power, and he's like outlined in like this cool yellow gold, yellow oranges light. It's really dope looking. Here, yeah, you can see him right there. That's his eyes, and that's the kind of aura he has.
Oh, okay.
So it's pretty cool, right? I like the character. So he punches the ground and puts the fire out. She passes out because of the force. And Reggie is at home talking to his mom. Hey, it was just a fire. I'm fine. I just inhaled a little smoke. He's going over his tape, and he sees Joe in the tape, and he freaks out. So I guess a couple days later, he's walking down the street, and Joe is wearing a giant green hoodie with his hood up and sunglasses, and he's like, hey, are you looking for me? So in the National Inquisitor, National Enquirer is the real one.
Yes. Yeah.
National Inquisitor is this paper.
All right.
He put out a have you seen this man? And he's like, dude, chill out. I know you're like a superhero or something. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
He says, dude, I edited this picture to make you look normal. This is the real one. And he's all lit up with his eyes all bright. And he's like, don't bullshit me, bro.
Yeah.
I know it. So the whole goal is he's like, let's find a way that I can write about you. We can make both of ourselves famous. So introducing himself as Joe, Reggie, they get together. They're in the car. They're just going on a little road trip to like get to know each other. They're just driving to like the beach and shit. And he wants to use him to get famous. And he's kind of trying to hide that fact. And Joe's not having it. He's like, nah, dude, look, I love my private life. I want to help people and do the shit I'm doing, but if everyone can see me and knows me, then we interrupt that private life. And he's like, oh, fuck, man, a great idea. You should wear a mask. And he's like, I'm not doing a costume. That's stupid.
Yeah.
So they butt heads quite a bit. They end up getting a little argument. He like picks him up off the ground. He's like, this is you keeping a low profile, bro?
Yeah,
so he's
nice.
like, all right, fine, man. You're not going to take no for an answer. He tells him no. It shows late at night, Reggie is sleeping. Joe breaks into his house and is digging through his shit and finds a tape. It says, nice try, but this isn't the only copy. So he goes to the costume designer. Reggie's like, I know a girl. She does it for movies. Let's go check her out. They're friends. So set him up with the costume, and everything looks pretty cool except the mask. It's a really bad mask.
That ruined it.
Which is cool because Reggie comes up and is like, you got to lose the mask. And he says, nope, not happening. You got to keep my identity a secret. That's the whole fucking point of this. I want to do good. You want to become famous writing about me, but people can't know who I am.
Yeah.
So she goes, I have an idea, and they go give him a haircut. Now he looks like a regular real person, and he's not weird. He's just a giant dude now.
Right.
That's all. So they're watching the news at the barbershop, and it's two masked gunmen storm this festival at the Chinese theater. So he's like in the alley trying to get dressed, and Reggie's like, dude, hurry up. He's like, never put on a fucking cape, bro. Chill out. And he tells him, look, are you bulletproof? He's like, these guys are armed. He's like, yeah, I'm bulletproof. Let him shoot you a couple of times. It'll look great. So they kidnap this famous actress from the Chinese theater, and they got in a van and they took off. It is a driver and two guys with guns and Marjorie something, the famous actress. They're driving down the street, and Venture is just standing in the middle of the road, and he just sticks his arms out and stops them.
Yeah,
I think he's really strong, but like I would compare him more to like Homelander as opposed to like Superman, or even like Jupiter, or even those. Like I think those guys might be stronger than him.
Okay, gotcha.
He's not like, oh shit, he's here, everything's fine.
Right.
I saw him in something else, and he got his ass kicked. You know, but he seems to be pretty strong within this universe. He might be the Superman just by default. Like no one else is this strong. But you get a couple heroes together and he might be struggling.
Mm-hmm.
If he's here and you got a couple tiers lower than him, but you got 3 of them,
Right.
they probably could handle it.
Yeah, that's how the real world works too.
Right, because if you know how to fight, this guy hits harder,
Yeah.
like that's how it goes. So he stops the van, he rips the doors off, he fucks up the 2 guys with guns, or the 1 guy with the gun. There's 1 dude in the back and he's got his gun to the actress' head. And this guy totally talked no jutsu him. He's like, listen, bro, you just need to relax. This probably wasn't even your idea, was it? And he's like, no. And he's like, I know. It was them. It was your friend. And bro, they're not your friends.
Yeah,
and
nice.
it talks him into it. He's like, you're a good guy. You went along with this because they pressured you. Listen, man, you don't want to be in this situation. Give me the gun. He ends up doing it,
Nice.
goes to jail. And the news is saying this was a stunt coordinated by Marjorie Glenn's manager. The kidnap and the rescue was all publicity stunt. And Reggie is like, what the fuck? This is going to be harder than I thought. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
So he tells them to just continuously, he's just taking flights around Hollywood. He's letting people see him. They're getting great shots of him silhouetted on the fucking sun for the newspaper and shit.
Nice.
So he's very excited. Now this, I'm not going to go in the whole dialogue, but Reggie is kind of like foaming at the mouth. Basically, like, we're about to get famous. And Joe is saying, listen, man, it's going great, but don't pretend for a second that you're doing this for the good of people. You want to get fit. Just stop bullshitting me. Just be honest with me.
Yeah.
So as they're walking around the pier on the beach chatting, they find like an oddity shop. And Joe immediately walks up to this creature in a bottle, and he's kind of taken aback by it. And they're like, don't touch that. And he said, where'd you get this? And the carny dude is like, oh, you'll have to come to our show next Friday, blah, blah, blah. He tells him you shouldn't have that. He's walking away kind of in a daze while Reggie is saying, hey, dude, do you know what that thing is? You look like you've seen it before. And he's like, oh, no, nothing like that. So they're just chatting at a restaurant now. They're just at a table chatting. A little kid runs up to the oddity shop. He sees the jar. He's looking at it. Him and his mom fight over it, and it falls and breaks. So while they're chatting at this little restaurant, they really get into it. Don't bullshit me, man. You are doing this to be famous. I'm trying to help people. I'm trying to be good. You're the one who stormed into my shit, started making me do crap I didn't want to do. So just be real with me. We're not friends. This is an arrangement. We're probably not going to be friends. As they're chilling, a giant version of that little creature in a jar pops out of the water and just starts destroying shit. Reggie pulls out his little 2000s video camera. And there's people like on a Ferris wheel. They're starting to fall off. Venture pops up, starts saving them all. As he's fighting, this woman falls down and she's about to get crushed. And he tells Reggie, save her. And Reggie is just holding the camera and continues to record. Venture, like visually pissed off, flies down there and saves her, flies off. He grabs the little baby and just chunks it into the ocean. The thing jumps in and swims after it. And he's like, glad I took care of that.
Yeah.
So that thing's just out there.
Right.
It could have just chilled right there. It's just ready to slaughter anyone who jumps in that water. Who knows? It did seem like it only wanted the baby, but I was like, he didn't even defeat it.
Yeah.
He was just like, go fetch.
Distracted it.
Like, get this.
That's wild.
Reggie is psyched. Dude, that was incredible. I got a great shot of you saving that woman. He says, dude, why didn't you save her? Well, I knew you would. Dude, you put her in danger so you could get a great shot of me saving her.
Yeah.
Fuck you. He grabs the camera and crushes it. He's like, we're done. This, to me, is the coolest shot of the whole comic. He's in a room, and around the room is like weapons and armor, and you can tell it's from a long time ago. And I think they're implying that Joe has been here for a while. There is another hint of it later. He's looking at a picture of 3 like gladiators floating, killing one of those monsters that was in the that popped up. So here's the monster. You see it?
Oh, wow. That's a gnarly...
It's cool looking. So he goes home and finds this picture. Looks like ancient, but look at this dude's goatee. Looks like his.
Yeah.
So that might be a picture,
him,
a
for
drawing
sure.
of him.
For
Why would he
sure.
have ancient Greece? He got a Tony Stark goatee. That's hilarious.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So this is 4 issues.
Okay.
I'm getting to 4 now.
Okay.
We get introduced to a supervillain who is yelling, if there's a superhero, you need a supervillain, and I am Argus. Ah, ha, ha, ha. This woman comes downstairs, and she's like, Richard, what are you doing? The doctor told you you're not supposed to wear the supervillain costumes anymore. It gets you all riled up. So he is like in his mom's basement wearing this giant badass suit of armor. And he's like, yeah, he said I had delusions being a supervillain. Then why'd you put that thing on? You know you're never going to do anything. And he goes, well, Mom, that's where you're wrong. And then he just incinerates her head off of her shoulders.
Holy shit. Just Looney Tunes type shit.
Just shoots his mom in the head.
Oh, yeah, it's like a strong beam. You can see the head, like, flying off.
It's like a giant beam. She, like, vaporizes her head. I audibly cracked up on that part. I thought it was hilarious. Yeah. You're like, you're wrong, mother. Ha! So this is the last issue. This is Reggie and Argus, the villain, interviewing each other in police lockup. So he has already been caught, meaning... He killed his mom, went out to do supervillain stuff, yes, and now he's been arrested and Reggie is speaking to him. The whole conversation is Reggie trying to figure out why he's doing this. And Argus keeps saying, well, I'm a supervillain. That's why. Every superhero needs a supervillain.
Yeah.
I'm his archenemy. And he's like, why though? Normally there's like an incident that brings you together. Like, why are you his archenemy? He's like, I'm his archenemy, dude.
Explained, yeah.
He's a hero. I'm a villain.
Yeah.
So it cuts to the day of, he attacks, and he gets stopped initially by Celeste Noble. It is another superhero in this world. Her hair is long, super long and black all the way down to her ankles, and you can't see strands of hair. It looks like space.
Oh, cool.
So, like, as she moves, it's just space in her hair.
Yeah, okay.
It's super cool.
It's well done in this, too.
It looks...
I've seen them try that a lot back in the day.
Yeah.
Marvel and DC did that for quite a few characters. But that looks good.
It looks real good.
It's good in this.
Yeah, it stands out. I might do a post of it, show y'all her cool hair.
Hell yeah.
So it's cutting between the fight with her. He was annoyed she showed up because he was looking for Venture. It's funny, Reggie says, oh, so you were waiting for Venture, and Argus says, who's that? Who's like the hero you're trying to fight. And he's like, oh, that's his name? I never knew it. I just know I'm his archenemy. And like, he keeps going off. So he actually is kind of fucking up Celeste, and she is giving it back. So they're legit fighting each other. Argus actually gets the upper hand, about to kill her, and Venture shows up and hits him with a car.
Oh, nice.
They're flirting. Because he's like, hey, young lady, how are you, ma'am? And she's like, stop. Don't do that shit. Let's fight this guy. What it comes down to is Reggie eventually, after running in circles, understands what Argus wants. He's a superhero. I'm the supervillain. He goes, what would you have done if you defeated him? He goes, oh, I knew I wasn't going to defeat him. I'm a supervillain. Why would I defeat him? He's supposed to get me. And Reggie realizes this man just wants fame. Yeah. He just wants the story and fame. And it's funny, his flashback of him getting his ass kicked, it's a totally different art style.
Oh,
all their faces look different, and like, it's pretty funny. I mean, look, it's
okay.
Very much different. Like, it kind of took me back. I was like, wait a minute, did something happen? Then it goes back to normal. I'm like, oh, okay, this is just his flashback. So she ends up getting on the news with Venture after they stop him because they just kick the shit out of him. Yeah. And tabloids got pictures of these new superheroes. Celeste is famous. She's just out shopping when this guy attacked. Everyone knows who she is. She's part of some big rich superhero family.
Okay, gotcha.
So Reggie finds out all he wants is fame. He goes home, calls his editor and says, yeah, that Argus thing didn't work out. The guy was chasing nonsense and I didn't want anything to do with it. Joe was outside and heard him and says, oh, I heard you talking to your editor. You've changed. You know what I came here for. I'm getting famous and I need someone to interview me and I want it to be you. Right before he shows up, though, he's on the phone with his editor and he says, I have this story I've been working on. It's not quite ready yet, but I'll try and have something for you soon. Okay. Joe comes in. They make up. Let's go do this interview. It shows his computer. and it says, "Hey, it's a story I've been working on for a while. You know that superhero? I know who he is."
Oh, shit.
So was Reggie about to hoe him out?
Yeah, right?
Was he about to be like, this fool's name is Joe Campbell. He's a teacher at this school.
That was what he's going to do for his article.
It seems like, but now that they're interviewing, they're on good terms.
I guess, yeah.
Because he's like, yeah, I won't expose you.
Yeah, well, because now he thinks this is better than that.
Which Joe was always afraid of him exposing him. Because he's like, I want my privacy.
Yeah.
That's his whole thing. So, yeah, cool comic. Art, I didn't like, and the faces were bad, and I didn't like them. I like the character.
Oh, okay.
But what is this?
I know, right?
What is it? There was no bad guy.
It's
He
really
pops
weird.
up at the end just to lose on purpose.
Yeah.
There's no overarching anything. This is just the first 4 days of this dude's fucking superhero career. Like, what is this? What?
Yeah, but not even, though, because they said he's been around forever. So why
He's
is
been
he so
around, but not
awkward?
Venture.
I know, but why is he so weird and awkward about all this shit when he's kind of been doing this for a long time?
I didn't never think to put on a damn mask. You're a
Yeah,
teacher.
what
You're a
the
teacher
fuck?
in this part of your life.
Yeah.
I think he's existed for a while. Celeste even says something about, oh, you're new to this superhero thing. And he goes, actually, I've been around, and then he gets interrupted. So I think he was going to tell her he's been around since fucking Gladiator Roman times.
Nice.
So, but this is just a nothing comic.
It's weird.
Like,
Yeah.
if there was more Venture, it would make sense as an introduction, but as a standalone like, what is this?
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the character. I want to say that. I like who he is. I like how he operates. I like how he looks. Is fucking awesome. His suit is cool as shit. I like the guy with cut hair, with his haircut. It looks great. I love the character. This was just what?
It's a weird thing.
Weird comic.
Yeah.
So somewhere in the comic, there is a guy walking by a billboard, and it says J. Ferber, Noble Causes. So I looked up Noble Causes, and this is a comic that came out from Image in like 2002. This is the first appearance of Invincible.
Oh, really?
There is a issue, I believe it's number 3 of Noble Causes Family Secrets, and there is a wanted poster of all these superheroes. So you know Savage Dragon, the green guy with the and Shadowhawk.
Yeah, I love Shadowhawk.
Citizen Pain, Frost, Superstar, Fuse, The Fury, Venture is in this as well.
Nice.
And Invincible is down there at the bottom.
Really?
So in this comic, the main characters of the Noble Causes, which is, it seems interesting. It seems like a big ensemble group of superhero, like, family, close people. Like, it seemed when I was scanning through, it was just multiple points of view. It's all about this one girl, but there's so many characters that get time.
Really?
And have issues. Yeah, that it seems like it might be a really cool world to get into. I looked up, find Venture appearances in here, and he ends up fighting this Fuse guy, or it's just a robot man. He got torn apart by a dinosaur, and him and Venture fought pretty hard. Like, he messed Venture up. So
Really?
that's why I was like, he's not that, like, Invincible would destroy Venture.
Right. Yeah, seems like it.
Like, destroy him, even in this. But yeah, look at Invincible down here in the corner. This is one of his first appearance. This is 2002. Invincible came out in 2003. So no one had ever seen him.
Patriot's on there. I see him.
Yeah, Super Patriot.
Yeah.
This world is the Image superhero world.
Right.
So I thought that was really interesting. That I was like, oh shit, that's Invincible right there.
That's cool.
Looked up the dates, and this was before his comic release. So this was like an introduction to a character. And he's actually in the comic. One of the characters goes to like do some recruiting for people, and there's him. She talks to him first.
Yeah.
No, a girl's pregnant, and they're trying to find the father. So they go to all the superheroes, and they're like, "Invincible, are you the dad?" And he's like, "Oh man, I've never even met her." He's like, "But if you have her number," and then it shows Venture, and he's like, "I'm afraid no." And then it goes into something else. So he has a couple appearances in this Noble Causes stuff.
Okay.
There's quite a few issues. It looks very interesting.
I don't remember ever seeing that.
But Venture's appearances in it are cool, but don't make his story better. The character is awesome. I want to see Venture Comics.
Uh-huh.
But this is just like I said, I'm not trying to talk shit,
It's like
but
they
it's
dabbled in it. They didn't like go full force.
like a soft intro.
Yeah.
What is he doing?
Let's see how it's gonna work.
And
like,
Celeste is part of the Celeste Noble
Uh-huh.
causes. She's part of that family. So
Gotcha.
she's already established.
Uh-huh.
And Venture even mentions the little green fin guy,
Yeah.
which is Savage Dragon. So
Right.
they have a world full of superheroes already. This is Invincible's world.
Right.
Meaning in some Invincible comics, you might see Venture fucking in the background flying around.
That's cool.
Because it's all, it seems like it's the universe because
Right.
he's here.
That's awesome.
So I love shared universes. I think it's super interesting. And Noble Causes seems to do a good job of it.
Mm-hmm.
But Venture was just like I said, I've said it a few times. Character's cool, story was, what the hell? What is this? It's nothing.
Yeah, that's weird.
What is this, Adam? What?
Bing, bang, boom.
This is our segment, Bing Bang Boom. This is where we take a random character generator online. We see who would win between who he gets and who I get. We're doing DC today. I got Nekron.
Yeah, how do you spell that?
Nekron. Kron.
Yeah, Kron. I got Mandrakk.
You got some K's in there, too,
DRA
don't you?
double K. Yeah.
Mandrakk.
Yeah, Mandrakk, also known as Dax Novu.
Oh, okay, we're doing this. Go ahead.
Also known as Dark Monitor.
Okay, real quick. The arena is downtown Houston. We're out having a lovely dinner with some friends or family, and we see each other on our way out the restaurant, and it's fight on sight.
Fight on site.
Anything you would have on you, we would have.
You could
like,
reasonably
normally.
Yeah.
So, like, Batman doesn't have an entire belt full of gadgets, but he will have
His
some normal
normal
things you
gadgets.
would think he would have on
Yeah.
him. So, do yours, because I know they're bonkers.
So
Your
I was
powers.
the main opponent to, what was it? Cosmic Armor Superman.
Oh, hold on. I am also the Lord of the Unliving, the darkness before there was light, and the black light of death.
Nice.
You want to do this, huh?
Nice. Hell yeah.
All right, what's your powers?
Okay, so I have cosmic powers, and in parentheses, far beyond most other characters in DC Comics. I'm not kidding.
I believe
it
you.
literally says that.
I believe you.
And then it says, this is the one that I know I won. Plot manipulation.
Okay.
I have plot.
I got something
Let me
for that.
continue. Self-awareness, meaning he knows what he is.
He's a comic book character.
Reality warping,
I got
energy manipulation, and matter manipulation.
Okay, that's pretty fucking hardcore. Is that it?
Yeah, that's
I mean,
it's a
that's
short.
it. You know
it's
what I'm
a
saying?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. That's God stuff. So I have necromancy,
Nice.
dark lightning,
Ooh,
which
okay.
umbrakinesis, black light manipulation, absolute death manipulation,
Okay.
necrotic empowerment, reanimation, fatal touch,
Nice.
immortality, reality manipulation,
Okay.
and death scythe. So I don't know how strong my absolute death manipulation
I'm guessing you can
is.
touch anybody and they'll die.
Well, it says fatal touch, but I want to know what absolute death is.
Oh, right.
I can't really find any info on this absolute death thing. I mean, it's crazy because AI said I can't be killed, but I also did Nekron versus Mandrakk AI, and it said Mandrakk would win. His tier is outerversal.
Yeah.
He's a conceptual vampire, the shadow
Yes.
of the overvoid. But I'm also like an entity.
You're
and
a strong entity.
I'm conceptual as well.
You're a strong entity for
I'm
sure.
the personification of death and the black light. I existed before life.
Yeah.
I was the antagonist of Blackest Night. That was me, dog. Vulnerability. He requires a tether to the material world like Black Hand to manifest and can be banished if that link is severed. So why you win is dimensional hierarchy. I act within the multiverse and you in the outer void, which is separate from the multiverse, apparently.
Right.
Conceptual dominance, and your threat is bigger.
Yeah.
I am the Sky Father. Mandrakk is considered one of the ultimate evils that even high-tier beings like Spectre or Perpetua struggle to match, which is
Damn.
crazy to
Yeah.
say Spectre has trouble. That's the voice of God right
Yeah,
there.
he's
Bro.
like-
Oh, wait, no, that's the presence?
No.
Wait, the presence is God.
Yeah, something like that. He looks like a skinny old guy with long hair.
He's an old guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Spectre is something
Spectre
of
is
God.
the vengeance of
Yeah,
God.
yeah,
or
the
something.
hand of God, something
Yeah.
like that. Dude, I mean, I don't know enough to argue this, My shit sounds tight as hell, though. Absolute death
Yeah.
and fatal touch, reality manipulation.
It's all death stuff, so it can get a little repetitive because it's like you know what I mean. But yeah, I would say if we teamed up,
take over
everything.
Yeah,
literally, we would be unstoppable.
We would need Spectre, Perpetua, and the Presence to bring their asses down here.
It would. I think. I don't know if we could be beat though, dude. Honestly, with our combo of powers,
I can't die.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I literally can't be killed. And if you're like a concept like me, then you technically can't be killed either.
Yeah, he's a monitor technically. He's the oldest monitor.
So an ultimate evil monitor, meaning you're a physical being because I existed before you.
Yes, true.
So I can't die. I always is and was.
So I think you're technically more resilient and I'm more powerful on the offense.
Yeah.
Is how I would see it.
And it's like, what works on us?
Yeah, true.
If I touch you, do you die?
Yeah.
You know, can you use your stuff on me? If we're both reality warping, does it cancel each other out? I'm just like, I just put it back to normal when you changed it. The plot manipulation is crazy.
That's wild. Self-awareness and then matter manipulation too.
That's pretty
wild.
Yeah, that's just turning me into. But how you can't turn a concept into a cup?
Yeah,
can't do it, Adam.
So we always say we're to incapacitation. So it doesn't actually matter that you can't.
Yeah, it's just a defeat.
I could defeat you for sure.
How do either one of these guys get defeated?
Ever? I don't know.
No, just defeated. Like, what does that look like?
Knocked down and can't get up right away.
Yeah, is that
or held down with some sort of matter,
stuck in some dimension in their brain for a while? Like, what does that look like?
Right.
It's interesting. But yeah. It sounds like that's you.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch, I fucking tie it.
Yeah.
And then I fucking go back down.
You were doing so good.
You, my sir, are a gentleman and a bitch. All right, we are on son of a bitch. Look, I'm all flabbergasted, flustered over here. I'm fucking frazzled, Adam. We are on TikTok and Instagram at Flipping Pages 24. We're on Facebook at Flipping Pages with Matt and Adam. New episodes release every Thursday on all platforms and YouTube. New episodes of The Dollar Bin release every Monday on all platforms and YouTube. Best way to support us is rate, review, follow, like, subscribe on all the platforms and YouTube. Follow, like, subscribe, comment on all the socials, all the internet buttons. You know what to do. If you've done that, we appreciate it. If you're just listening, we also appreciate that very much.
Yarp.
I believe that is the episode.
That's it.
Y'all have a good one.
Bye.